Sir is having a bad throat today, but he is, because of his commitment, he is still agreed to guide you all. So kindly bear with this. And sir, as per your wish, you can keep this session short also, as per your health allows. And Nilima, proceed with the introduction.
Yes. Good evening to all. It is our great honor to welcome Dr. Noor Zaman to this Atal FDP of Day 5 on exploring AI using Watson and Google Colab. Dr.
बेटा
Noor
नीचे से
currently
खोल
serves
रखा.
as a professor and Program Director of Postgraduate Research Program at University, Malaysia, recognized among the world top 2% scientists and ranked among the top 3 computer science researchers in Malaysia. He brings over 24 years of extensive experience in academia, research, and IT industry. With an H index of 78 on Google Scholar and more than 19,000 citations, Dr. Noor has made pioneer contribution to cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, IoT, security, and machine learning. His prolific research include 700 plus international publication, 400 plus SCIE journals article, and 65 plus authored book. A highly sought after speaker, he has delivered 70 plus keynote address worldwide and hold 15 plus international patents. He is an editorial board member for Esteem Journal and actively foster global research collaboration. Dr. Noor outstanding contribution have earned him numerous prestigious accolades, including the MDEC Best Faculty Award 2022 and recognition as the best researcher in Malaysia in 2023.
नहीं है. So अच्छा अच्छा तो आ जाओ. Hand it over to Noor sir.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, your voice was gone. Now I'm able to hear you.
Please sir, please sir, proceed sir.
Okay,
Over
okay.
to you sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, first of all, for the invitation and for this opportunity. Uh, as we mentioned, that actually I have sore throat and minor temperature, but because of the commitment we have to go through, so kindly apologize if the voice is not clear and loud. I hope this will be acceptable. Sorry for that. Uh, Today, we are going to discuss about.
Others, please mute yourself. Otherwise, we have to take the control. All the participants kindly mute.
Yeah.
All the participants kindly mute. Switch sir, mute. Let others
Yes,
remain
sir.
muted.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here we have to start today. So I'm just going to share the screen. So please let me know that the screen is visible.
Visible, sir.
So
Visible.
thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about the cybersecurity and generative AI, especially about the challenges, solutions, and opportunities. Uh, the core important thing is the talks or these sessions must give us a takeaway message, a direction, a pointer to decide that where we have to move next. So these are actually for the brainstorming. So what we are going to do, or what is our target is related to the cybersecurity and generative AI. Generative AI we can say the cutting edge technologies nowadays, which are increasing day by day. So we need to see that what are the challenges to the cybersecurity from these cutting edge technologies, especially AI, and particularly from the quantum computing, or from the throughput of the data, or from the other things as well. The reason is where we are living now in this era, the technology is growing very fast. The growth rate we are unable to compare with our previous growth rate of technology if we consider the 10 years before, 1 decade before, or 2 decades before. This is a clear indication that the technology is improving, changing its direction, and bringing a lot of the challenges and opportunities for the society. This is actually forcing us to move faster with the technology as we could be able to take our share or take our piece of cake. If we will be going still with a conventional method or a conventional way, that possibly will be leading to us that where we will not be able to grab anything from the benefits. What it mean and why we are saying that? If we think for a moment, the smartphone was started in early 2006 or 7. Now where we do have the smartphones with all sophisticated technologies, that it took almost close to the 18 to 20 years. This is a long journey. That's the one of the pace of the technology, how fast it was going. But on the other hand, nowadays, if we compare the growth of the technology and the advancement and its deployment and its adoptability and acceptability in our society, that goes to a very high level with a very different curve. If we just look for the generative AI, or we just consider one of the example, which is for the chat GPT that was started in November 2022, which is still not older than 3 years. But we all guys, means this is not a so far so old. So we all guys knows that within this less than 3 years of time, when we use the chat GPT the first time, and what prompt we used, and if we use the same prompt now, we can see what could be the accuracy of the chat GPT, the difference in accuracy now and only 2.5 years before. It's a huge difference. It's a huge difference in terms of accuracy. It's a huge difference in terms of the performance. It's a huge difference in terms of the different options available with the chat GPT. This is one of the examples. It is still not means gain that much, or it is still not finished its journey. It was still in the early age, and it brought the challenge for the Google and the other search engines and other things which were leading this world. So they still did not came up with any of the proper solution to defeat or to be balanced to these their competitors. But what happened? We know only the few weeks before that DeepSeek technology is there, and everybody is talking about that. That is working. Their models are working on a very means they prepared in a very low cost, and performance is a very next level, and they are free of cost. And we know that what happened with Nvidia. So in only one day in their stock, they lost billions of the US dollars. So what is this? This is actually giving us a right message that where is the technology? What is the value of the technology? It's a clear message to us. Previously, we were looking for gold, we were looking for oil, but nowadays, the data is actually more than a gold, more than oil, more than anything. So anything or any country or any company who has a hold, who has a control over the data, then it means they are the one who are leading the community or leading the world. Now, this is the one side that how the data and the technology is important. Another side that how competitive environment is there and how fast the technology is moving. When we compare the chat GPT, there are a lot of the different AI, different tools and different things, but we are just saying considering these because they are very popular and everyone is knowing about that, well known about that. So we can see that within less than a time of the 3 years, so we are standing there. And we don't know that what will be in next 2 years or 3 years. So now in this era, when we make our plans like our previous era, when I say the previous era, it means the 2 decades before that we call a pure conventional era. Then when we make the different, you know, the targets and goals, most of the time we were not able to meet them in that time. If we think from a telecommunication perspective, so we were having a dream that we will be means the king by 2010 in the data rate, but that was not possible. Only in the late 2010 and 11 we were able to start the 3G. So that plans were delayed. But now, if we are planning for something like we are planning for now for the metaverse by 2030, we are planning for now for something, dreaming for something that we are achieving even the expected time, what we are expecting before. That is actually the curve of the technology. This is another strong direction. So, what is a strong direction? We are not interested in the speedy growth of the technology, but we are interested here from the speedy growth. It's a strong message for us that we have to change our ways of learning, our ways of means to improve ourselves as we could be able to get the right piece of cake for our share. This is another side. So now if we just look from another perspective, we are just trying to find out the different these points and different perspective that can be means they will be able to help us to understand for the future perspective the directions. So one we discussed that how fast we are going. Other we discussed that now the technology growth not only fast, but in terms of volume, in terms of accuracy, it's much higher compared to the past. Now the another direction, which is a crucially important, that is about security, that is about the trust, that is about the privacy. Technology cannot be success, whatever we say. We are dreaming for whatever. If we are not able to protect, we are not able to protect the privacy of the people or the customers. If we are not able to handle the security and cyber security for any of the applications what we are dreaming, then they fully will be useless. We would not be able to, the people will not be ready to adopt them. So we do understand that we have a lot going faster, dreaming big, but those dreams can only be true in case if we are able to protect them. We are able to provide the security. Now, here is an important pointer. Here is an important pointer. So it means the security for now and security for future will not be means the same like what we were using the ways adopted in our past. That wouldn't be possible because we already know how fast things are going, how things are moving. There's no conventional method, there's no conventional things. So in this way, we need the very new methods of security. In a simple way, just to conclude, we know that in the technology, a lot of the buzz keywords are coming and then going. We started from big data, then we say it's data science, then data analysis, and means these things are there, but they are going to the next level. So from that particular side, if we see, this is an era we are not even means dreaming for the 2030 or for the 2 or 3 years. This is the era where we were using previously about smart systems. Everything smart system, this smart system, this smart means
So
that
your
how.
screen is not moving, only it is fixed on one slide.
Yeah, I didn't change it. Sorry for that. We will just change. We're just trying to build the background.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you very much. So the smart things, they means that concept is gone. Now there is no more. I'm sorry, I'm having the hot water, green tea together just to control. So the smart things, they are gone. Are they are going to be die very soon. The same in a way like AV has gone. AVI means the antivirus. There was a time when we were means in the market we purchased the machine. The most important component for our machine is that the antivirus. But now we can see that what is the means it's almost obsolete. And what we are using nowadays, IDS, IPS, whatever the systems, firewall or anything, that's a something different. But what we are discussing today is that in upcoming years, these systems in their current status will be obsolete. They will not be there. The reasons are what we are discussing today about the technology growth, the fast growth, the different direction, increasing the landscape of the application that is bringing a lot of the new challenges. But the good thing here is the challenges are always like what we can see our coin. The coin always has the two sides, the head and tail. So in the same way, whenever the challenges are coming, the challenges are always coming aside, together with the opportunities. So the one who is well ready, they are able to get opportunities. If we are not ready, then only in our part, the challenges and issues will be there. So this is the time we need to think, a very right time we need to think how we would be able to, because the literature suggests that everything will be changed in upcoming 3 to 5 years. Even the role of the professors will be changed from a professor, from a guide to a facilitator. The role of the student will be changed completely as well. The role of universities, the role of companies, the role of the job roles, we already noticed that it is means change in a different way that we can, the companies has started hiring in a hybrid mode, in a on-premises mode, in a, you know, the online mode. So there are the different modes that was not means available before. These are the actually directions for the future. Now coming back that the security is the core important. Privacy is a core important. Before we go ahead, we just means discuss. If you just Google it, you will find out there was a very important one of the bank in Malaysia that was under attack, not fully, but partially a part of its data, customers' data, was actually available. I believe it is 2.5 months or 3 months before that was available at the dark web, and that news was leaked among the customers here. So what happened? The bank at once recovered that, and bank at once means give the guarantee to the customers that not to be worried, everything in the safe hand. But what happened? Just only in a one day, that particular bank, which is a very prominent bank, they lost almost 30% of their customers. They changed their bank accounts to the other bank. So this is a clear message for us that this technology grows and everything without providing the privacy and security, that will be a quite challenging and they will not work. Now, the question is how we would be able to provide the security. Like we know that the landscape of the technology is increasing, challenges are increasing, the conventional methods will not be working. How we would be ready and to provide the security. One of them is the generative AI that like what we are discussing. The other thing is about the quantum computing. That's also a very interesting part, a very challenging part, even though it's a very initial stage, but it really set alarms for us. So the next 5 years will be a great change in the technology. The third thing the third challenge, that is about the throughput. Recently, the scientists they means came up with a finding that the data rate will be 273 point something terabyte per second. So that challenge we will be discussing as well. So if suppose it's they're claiming or if it's a lab test, if we just see for a 100, it's not a GB, it's a terabyte per second. Nowadays, what we are using our smartphones and other things, they are very important and crucial. If suppose any of the machine or any of the thing or any of the server is going to be compromised, if it require, if it has a throughput data more than a 200 or more 100 means like a 273 terabyte per second, how long it will require to swap all the data. Our cell phones, mobiles, they possibly have the data up to the 1 GB. Our servers, they have data up to the some TBs. But here he is talking about means 273 terabyte per second. So this is another challenge. What is the challenge? The challenge here is that our conventional methods like what we are using nowadays, those methods will not be sufficient. These smart solutions will not be working anymore in upcoming 2 or 3 years. We need to make ourselves ready. Most of the systems they are not working even now. We will be discussing about the black mamba, that means later on. So these are the challenges. Then we have to ask ourselves that either we are ready for that. Why I mean that we have to ask ourselves because the fact is, sorry, the fact is that this world, we as a researcher, we as an academia, we are the driver for this world, this society, this economy. Today, those who are our students, they will be handling, they will be dealing, they will be means looking for all these systems and running this world. So if we are knowing the needs of the after 5 years or 6 years, then only we would be able to pair the source and then we will be able to reach there. Anyhow, coming back. So now I'm just changing the slide. Sorry for that. I hope that it is changed at your side as well. So most of the time, these are the few of the books I did it. We just go means ahead. So most of the time, the most critical thing is, the cyber security issues, they are like a cancer. Most of the time, the people they are, walking in the street, living the normal life, they don't know that they got attacked by the cancer. Most of the cases, they only know when they are reaching to the, at the last stages and the symptoms appears and then there is no time to recover. So this is how the cybersecurity means the challenges are like that. Most of the people, until they are not receiving or facing any of the problem, they feel that they are in the safe hand. Their servers are fine, their machines are fine, their smartphones and their personal devices, gadgets are fine. But it is not like that. So to understand the intensity, like some of the time, we think if suppose we are borrowing the services from a very well-known companies, including the cloud services, and then it means that the security responsibility is for them, but it is not the actual thing. The actual is the fact is very scary. So to understand the intensity of the problem, we will just go through with a very short video. So kindly, I need your help. I'm just running this is for a few minutes. So you kindly just confirm me that either you are able to hear the voice or not. Here we go. Are you able to hear the voice of the video?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Then just give me the one moment. Maybe I need to share it again. Yeah, include sound. I hope now it will work. Now, could you please confirm?
Yes, sir. Now audible.
Audible. Okay, thank you. So we just go through with a very smart video. It will give us the means intensity of the cyber attacks.
You don't know these people, but they've spent the last 10 months getting to know everything about you, your colleagues, and your company. They've been quietly scanning and mapping your networks, collecting credentials and identifying the critical data they want to exploit, all without being noticed. Until today.
Three.
Dalawa.
Atin. Boom.
Hey, you about ready to get out of here?
No, another exciting night of event triage and analysis.
Sounds thrilling. Try not to have too much fun.
Yeah.
Hey, have a good weekend.
You too. Hey, Meg. Before you go, did you see this email from a cyber threat intel provider?
Wait, what?
Wait, let me check some SIM logs.
Is this accurate?
Who disabled the log feed from the server? All the IDSs are down too.
Yeah, you need to get Reynolds on the phone. Now!
I promise, I'm leaving now. I'm sorry, I got tied up. I know the reservations are at 8. Don't worry, I'll be there. Honey, I'm gonna have to call you back. What's wrong?
Bruce, this looks like a major compromise. The cyber threat intel provider found a sample of our data for sale on the dark web. As I was going to confirm the sample, I found that the IDSs and the logs are down.
Yeah, it gets worse. Our public-facing websites are going offline. Employee data, client data, email servers, account numbers. It's all up for sale to the highest bidder if we don't pay now. What do you want us to do? Bruce, what do you want us to do?
Checkmate.
Go to severity level 1. Recall the team. I want forensics all over this. I'll notify leadership and meet you in the SOC.
So this is actually a short video, which is actually giving us the understanding that what is the means intensity of the cyber attacks. This is the only one of the side, one of the perspective that what we can be able to see, that how they are able, the hackers, maybe we can call the hackers as the red team for our better understanding, and we ourselves, who are the developer, we can call ourselves as a blue team. So we can see that how the red team people, they are working. They are doing a ranking, means what, like what you saw here, that since months, means maybe the 1 month, 10 months, 5 months, depending. It means what? That what we gave the example like a cancer. So it means that they are keep monitoring, okay, their machines, and they are trying to exploit the means vulnerabilities in our machine. But we are feeling very happy that we are fine. It means that our existing systems, they are not able to means detect them until something is going to be happen, like what happened in this case. So we notice, like what they mentioned, the data is available to the dark web, and and also their public facing websites went down, their servers went down, and even their logs were means encrypted, and they were not able to the see the log, server log, from where they can be able to know about the footprints, that how these attacks will happen. And slowly the entire setup goes down. This is only the one of the example for your understanding, better understanding that how the at the back end things are working. So later we will means gone through with the few of the live attacks, and you guys can only just Google it and you can find it out. There will be a lot. I will show you the few of them. So sorry, this is how. Sorry, we need to bypass this one. This video is like that. Okay, so this is how we need. We know that how these things are under observation by the red team. And we know that data is now our means blood, like a life for any of the organization, or for any of the economy, or for any of the country. We know data is crucially important. Why? Because like what we saw, like what we see now, even the everything grabbed by the technology. Even now our all the old needs are changed. Now we are not going in a war like in a, even for the conventional ways. But we can do the war like you can see the DeepSeek and the ChatGPT. In a one day, how much means it was almost 600 something billion of dollars was the loss. That we cannot means bring the loss to any of the one, like suppose with our conventional methods of our one. Maybe that require the months of the time to do that. So everything is there. So in this way, the data is becoming our lifeline, our bloodline. And in the same way, its protection has a very higher value. You can notice that the President Trump, when when he took his oath, he announced for the 600 billion, and the very second day, this deep sea event was happened. So we know that nowadays the security, the cyber security, the budget and the expenses, they are increasing even more than the more than the GDP of the different countries. So this is very crucial. And why this is happening? Because of the dependency on the technology, or in other words, we can say the increase in the landscape. We are increasing, you know, the dependency on the technology. So it means that we are more exploring ourselves. So more vulnerabilities are there. That's why it is very critical for us. We are changing our way of working as well. We are working in a different, hybrid modes. We are working in a remote modes. We are now working in our personal devices. So we are increasing the landscape. That landscape means that we have a means different range, a huge range, a more range of the means point of exploitation. So this is how this is increasing. The one of the best example is for that is that we can see what are the assets that could be affected. So if we just notice from here, this can actually help us to understand in a better way that this personal devices, if we just go in a 1 decade or 1.5 decade before, this entire group was is not under the security attack because that was not there. This is the new expansion for means the technology dependency. So in the same way, we are increasing like the landscape. So it is actually increasing the means attack vector area as well. So this is goes the same for the public sector. The public sector was a very limited before, but now it's increasing and it's much higher. And also the corporate sector as well. So these are only the few of the example for your brainstorming. Sorry, for your brainstorming, but we cannot enlist all of the areas or all of the domains. So just for your understanding that we can see that how we are it means, expanding, and this expansion is now also creating a lot of the challenges for us. And at the same time, that it has the opportunities. Now we just look for the one thing which is about the quantum computing. We know that we were having a mechanism that about the password. So we say that our password is protected. Most of the time we provide the instructions that at least you have to go for your password, which is the 8 characters. Why? The 8 characters, the reason is what? If we test with the brute force password, this is the table. We need to understand this one and then we come back to the quantum. So if it is the 8 and it is only with the numbers, there's no any other character, then 37 seconds only required to be break by the brute force. And if it is the 8, but it is lowercase letters as well, only lowercase letters, then it will require 22 hours to break. And when it's upper cases, then it will require 8 months to break. When it's a combination of the numbers in the uppercase and the lowercase, then it will require 3 years. This is just only for your brainstorming, for your understanding. But when it is the mix of all, this is how every of the website is forcing us to go for at least the 8 character and must be one capital letter, one lower letters, special characters, numbers, everything. So in this case, sorry, then it will require the brute force to break this password for the 7 years. It's not a big deal. The ideal password is actually for the 16 character, but most of the people they don't go for it because it's hard to remember. Now you just see from this same perspective, this is if 16 character, then it required 190 years. Sorry for this green tea because I have to, because I'm not feeling well. So when we just go to the same combination, then you can see how many number of the years are required to take, right? But that was our past. That was our conventional methods. Now, when we are very early stage of the quantum computing, so these passwords can be break by the quantum computing in in hours, in minutes, in seconds, depending on the different means, time. So this means that this is a new challenge for us. So how we are supposed to address that? If we are facing a challenge from AI, then the solution will be from AI as well. If we are facing a challenge from the quantum, then the quantum will give us the solution as well. Like what we said, the challenge will not come alone, it always comes with the opportunity. So we need to see the opportunity, how to fix that. So, guys, the next 5 to 10 years, even 10 years, not 3 to 5 years, that will be the world will be completely changed. One of the example, like what we discussed already about the chat GPT and the large learning models, how means they are getting the data from the people and how they are training themselves and how, how much their accuracy is increasing. The other side, I'm sure that you guys are aware about that. That is about the behavioral model. So the behavioral model, we can see how they are improving day by day from the robots. That now the robots are coming very close, sorry, very close to the human. They are means almost adopting the sentiments as well, the people's sentiment as well. Not at that level, but means they started about that. So we sorry. So we can see we can see that these are actually the challenges and a lot of the opportunities are beside of that. So anyhow, if we just go ahead, so this is very evident. We just try to compare the three technologies which were the very fast growth, the smartphones and the tablets, we know, with the generative AI, like what we are saying, is how fast it is going. So it is, we can see the curve is means very different. This is increasing at a very different level. So we know that the cybersecurity worldwide means the countries, the budget, they are spending a lot. And it is, if we just see it for the 2023 to 2030, so we can understand from the curve, this data is taken, means only in the late 2024. And we see that how many different risks from the generative AI in 2025, what we are expecting. For example, we can see the means the largest economies, even if we compare with that, the cybercrime, their annual means that is more higher than their annual GDP. So we can see from here the USA and China, and there are a lot of the different countries, their annual GDP is lower than the cybercrime. But the growth rate for the entire countries is means not at that level. What is the growth of the cybercrime? So we can see that 6.3 is the growth rate for India, 5.1 is for China, 4.9 is for USA, but for the cybercrime, it is 15%. So we can understand that where it is going. So now, like what we mentioned, that the challenges are not coming alone with opportunities. So what it means, that it means there are a lot of the need of the people, the experts for this area, which is required, okay, globally. If you are expert for this domain, the entire world will be your country. Your country will be the borderless. You can be able to work at any part of the world, but provided that you have that much skills. So this is how its GDP are means its growth rate of the cyber is more than the annual rate of the GDP of the so many countries. So we can see that it is going very faster. Now, it's going very faster in all of the domains, all of the area, in terms of variety, in terms of velocity, in terms of volume. So we know that the landscape is increasing, and that is the reason it is increasing. On top of that, the technology growth is very faster. So if we just see now, so the one takeaway message is that because of the growing cyber threat landscape, what we discussed till now, this is actually means a time that we need to rethink about the means new dimensions for the cybersecurity. So now this is one of them. This was the few days before this means recent election. So what do you think about that? And the people they came out in the streets and means whatever happened, we are not interested in this one. But this is only for our brainstorming. This is actually we know that this is because of the deepfake technology. It was not means the real one. But now where we stand, the generative AI with the synthetic data, we are able to reach to the next level. Even now it is hard for us to identify. Here, even it is little means we can say there is a room that we can be able to identify, but it is now become hard even with our open eyes to identify. I will show you the one other case study that will give you the clear understanding of what we mean. So the deepfake technology, that was the deepfake technology, but now it is enhancing and it's increasing to the next level. So this is the example. So this is actually an advertisement by one of the server company, but that is based on a real story, real case study in Malaysia. So what happened? Maybe I can run the video. It's a very short video, and after that we can be able to discuss about this.
Malaysia is facing escalating AI-driven fraud attempts, driven by the surge in deepfakes. The number and quality of deepfakes is increasing.
How is your flight? Are you coming home?
Mom, I lost my wallet and bank cards. I made a police report, so I missed my flight.
为什么会这样 Are you okay?
Girl, is your passport with you?
Yes, I still got my passport, but I can't come back home because I don't have money. Pa, can you transfer me some money?
Don't worry, 爸爸转给你。
But how to transfer you the money?
Don't worry, Ma. I'm with my classmates. You can just transfer to her account.
OK，爸爸找500给你。
Pa, 500 哪里够? Give me 5,000. I'll pay back you later.
转啦
Fine, just send me the account number.
Thanks, Pa. You're the best. 爱你深深。
快点转给他，哎。
爸妈，I'm home. Pa, 钱转了没? I wanna go home. Is that my voice?
So this is actually what this is actually giving us the clear sense, the clear message from this means public service message. What happened that there was the parents, they received a call from their daughter. The daughter was talking to them. That was a completely defect technology using the Gen AI. So even the parents, they were not able to identify the difference for the means voiceover and also from the video as well. So she was asking that I lost everything, only have the passport, but I don't have a money, so you can send me the money so I can be able to come. So they were discussing and they were about to transfer the money. At the same time, their daughter just entered in the house. So this is only a public service message, and this is based on a real story. That's what is happening. So we know now this is another challenge. The videos what we are generating from the synthetic, the data using the AI. At this stage, right now, probably we still identify that this is a video generated by, by the AI, and this is the video. It's a real video. We do have the different tools. We do have the different models. They can means work in a different ways, different means considering the different parameters, and they can differentiate for now. But it will be a quite challenging in our means upcoming 2 or 3 years, like what we can see now. So that will be an open challenge to our society, like our family lives. So it means that it can be utilized in any way. One of the example like what we discussed here. So this is another direction that we need to see how we would be able to save our community from these type of the things. The reason what I mean by the saving, it means like what we say that the technology is available for the red team and for the blue team both. There is no boundary, there is no hindrance. So it is the tools which are making our life more powerful. The same tools, they are available to the red team, to the hackers as well. They are coming up with a new advancement, like suppose the few of the examples like what we saw just now. So now we can see that if we compare with the 2000 and we compare now, so we can see the gap is going to be increased much and much if we compare from here. So these are that means the threats. So the point of exploitations are higher because we know that the landscape is increasing at a very high level. So we need to be ready for this one. And we know that around the globe, like what we consider the one of the example for the one of the Malaysian bank, at the same time, we know that a lot of the different banks around the globe, they are under threat and they are under attack as well. But they are not updating, are not disclosing to the public. The reason is what? The public will lose the trust. But they are not able or they will not be able to keep continue with this one if suppose this will be increasing. So this is how another challenge. And this challenge is becoming more sophisticated after these technologies what we discussed. So we need to be ready. We need to think outside the box that how we can be able to address these challenges. Another challenge about the phishing attacks. Now it becomes almost impossible, for our current systems to identify that either the email is coming, that is the machinized email, or it is the humanized email. So it is a quite challenging at this moment. Our current systems, they are not able, their accuracy is not means higher, and its accuracy is decreasing day by day. Why? Like what we mentioned, that the tools they are coming up with the means the spam emails, which are actually seems like a humanized, sorry, humanized email. And we guys knows already that a lot of the different journals they are facing a lot of challenges that means they are not able to identify that what the means the papers they are receiving either they are done using the different tools or either it is the own written or own innovation of the scientists. So anyhow, that's a fact. So we can see that this is the time to rethink about the cybersecurity and again with the AI. Like what we mentioned, that if we are facing a challenges with the AI, the opportunities also we can grab from the AI. So this is how this is the time to rethink about that and what it means, like what we said, that now the time is over for the smart technology and for the smart concept that what we already mentioned. Now we are moving towards another era. We are looking now for the innovative solutions. Okay. So this is a transition from the basic defense to the innovative solutions is on the horizon. So we need to have the innovative solutions, not the smart solutions, innovative solutions, okay, automated solutions, cognitive based solutions. Because, like what we mentioned, that when the throughput will be very high, the current system, when they identify, and we do have a time to mitigate that, that mitigation time will be over. So we need the innovative solutions which can be able to not only identify, but they can repel back to the attacks as well. So this is the time, as what we mentioned, that we need to rethink about our existing systems, including every system, starting from biometrics and goes for the any current systems what we are using. We need to see with the help of the AI how we can improve them, how we can keep them to that level where we can be able to protect ourselves. So this is the means attacks like what we discussed, so that we will be having a look on that later once we will be finishing the session. So just going ahead. So what it means, the takeaway is that we are now living in an era which is the AI era. So we can see from here the blue team and the red team. So this is what this era is the means giving us a very clear message. That message is what that actually we are in an era where the battle is for the security. The next battle for the security will be AI versus AI. Sorry for that. So that will be means the next battle will be the AI versus AI. So now means this is how the conventional methods what we are using, our conventional methods what we were using, they will be obsolete. So here is the point that either we are ready as a blue team, are we ready? Then we can say only that we will be able to defend our data. We will be able to defend everything, and we will be the means defense line against the means red team as well. So we know, like what we mentioned, the one of the other example is about the black mamba. The black mamba is a means very open challenge at this moment. This is actually it means AI generated malware, which is actually passing all of our existing systems, and we are unable to stop this. So this is one of the example. Okay, so in the same way, like with the time, if it will be means the other things will be in the same direction, then it will be quite challenging for us. And that we know that these things will be, they are moving, the red team is moving in these directions. So we need to rethink about that where and how we will be able to is get it done and how we will be able to get it done. So going ahead, going ahead, we know that the phishing attacks, like what we mentioned, they are very sophisticated. It's very hard to identify, and this is the time that we need to know that how the red team and the blue team can keep the balance. How the blue team can be a defensive for every type of attacks. The malware detections, anti-spams, intrusions, whatever, the threat intelligence, everything. So they are at the next level. They are not as of the previous things. Because the challenges from the red team, they are at the next level. Like the few of the challenges, what we already discussed. So I hope that we are getting the right pointers from this, and that can help us to understand that how. So this is giving us the means one of the direction that we need a very proper resiliency, okay, using the AI, and we see that how we could be able to protect our society, how we could be able to, means looking for the dreams that they can come true. So we need the automated threat detection, we need the productive analytics and proactive defense, okay, not reactive, and we need customized security solutions. You will never find anything what we call the SMART. Okay, the SMART is something that's not means proactive. We are looking now to the new era where we are looking for the proactive things. So this is what I was discussing. We just have a look. This is one of the paper published in one of the IEEE journal. That was in February 2024, almost 1 year now. So this is what it claimed, that the transmission of 273.6 terabyte per second. So this is what we are discussing. So if that will be the throughput, and we already know that the Pal laboratories, they already tested a couple of years before about the wireless chip that can be able to carry more than 37 GB of data per second. So if the throughput is going that, so it means even the security for our personal devices, for our servers, and also for the cloud, that will be a big question. So in these systems, our current systems, they will not be able to protect us. And if we are not protected, means technology is not protected. So it means there's no trust of the customer. So you can understand that how and what we were discussing. So this is quite challenging, and we can see that how we need to be ready, and how and what we are expecting from the future. So guys, the future is full of choice, full of opportunities, not only the challenges, because challenges doesn't come alone. Now it depends on us how much we are ready for that, how we can be able to take our part, which is the core critical thing. So we need the security, means for the future in a different way, not the ways like what we are using now. We need to update them. Okay, if we are facing the challenges from AI, the AI is the one which will provide us the solutions. The same goes for the content computing as well. So these are the references for the additional reading purpose. And now maybe I can show you the few of the live text. So this is my email address in case if suppose anyone has any sort of a question or anything to discuss or any research collaboration, you are more than welcome. We do have, we do have a research collaboration with more than 50 different universities and industries all over the world, almost from every part of the globe. So we warm welcome to everyone. And here we go. So we just go, I just try to show you the few of the attacks. Like you just guys, it's simple. You just guys just go to, I mean, write the live attacks, and Google it and you will find it out. I was just trying to show you. And this is all the data just for the 24 hours. So we can see the top targeted countries are Australia. How many attacks are means done on Australia? And this is, please keep in mind, only last 1 day, means for 24 hours. You can find out the day from here. The date is 7th of February, and this is the timing is given as per the country. So United Arab Emirates, United States, Brazil, Japan, Spain, Canada, Italy, and we can go to see a lot, and we can see that how these attacks are happening. And we can see the some other. So these are the other attacks and the infections and spams. So we can find out from here, 7th of the February, and this is Friday. This is time in minutes and the seconds, type of the attacks, attacking countries. If not, then it is saying an A. And because it's a lifetime, so the targeted country is putting here NA, but after in some time they verify, and then after that they are putting here. So United States, Germany, United Kingdom, Canada, Brazil, France, Italy, and so on. You can find out so many. But again, this is only for your brainstorming. This is real data, but it's not a complete data because companies will not provide us all the data in free. So if we, most of the time when we need the data, then we need to pay them, and then only they can provide us the with real data. So this is, we can say, means a sort of the advertisement, like suppose we can know that how we can be able to. In the same way, we can see from here. So here are the attacks, different attacks, top targeted countries, and how attacks are being happened. So it's a sort of the environment. So we can see that this is a live cyber threat map, and this much number of the attacks on this day. So as I mentioned, that these attacks are for 24-hour basis. Sorry. So you just Google it, and you just Google it, the live attacks, then you will find out so many, means more than 20 different types, and they are even more detailed. This I just added here, just to give you the idea, the brainstorming, in case if suppose you're not knowing. So you can see from here the top targeted industries like education, government, telecommunication, and the top malware types are one, the phishing and the mobile. So you remember we were discussing about the mobile. Okay, this is a very critical nowadays. This is what we say, that we are increasing the landscape. And now we can see how challenging world is waiting for us in the next 3 years. Throughput, 200 plus terabyte per second, and quantum computing, not a problem to break the password. AI, you saw that how the girl was asking for the money to their own parents, and the parents were not able to identify, means about their own data as well. So these are the challenges. So guys, we need to be ready now for the next, how we could be able to, means take the opportunities to address these issues. So thank you very much, and I'm so sorry. I know that I'm not able to go with the means full face and the full energy, which I know that is not the justice with you guys. If it means we go with a full energy, then it's another level of understanding. But I'm sorry for that because of my health issue. And thank you very much. We are done for now. Thank you, bro.
Thank you, sir. It was really a very informative session, and you were really full of energy, nothing like that. We are very thankful to you for the from the very inner core of our heart. And I would like one of the participants to give the formal thanks to sir, and, and the way you demonstrated with the help of videos, the cyber crimes, the sharing of the news. It was really very informative for all of us. We look forward for more collaboration with you and your university. So one of the participants should now handing over to participant for formal vote of thanks.
Most welcome. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, sir. On behalf of the organizing committee and the participants of Atal Faculty Development Program, I extend my sincere gratitude to Dr. Noor Zaman. Thank you so much, sir, for your insightful and engaging session on cybersecurity
and how it is crucial to prevent the misuse of fast growing generative AI. The case studies that you discussed on deepfake technology, cyber breaches in Malaysia, and Black Mamba highlighted the real world implications of these threats. Your knowledge about cyber threats targeting the identity, applications, and devices have provided us a deeper understanding of evolving risk in the digital world. This knowledge will help us to grow in the field of security and better equip us to tackle emerging challenges. Thank you so much, sir, for your precious time. Now, I would like to extend a special appreciation to our coordinators for the seamless organization and the participants for their active engagement. Looking forward for another enriching session tomorrow. Thanks again for your presence. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you very much to everyone. And thank you, Prof. Mining. Thank you very much to for this opportunity. And hope to see you guys one more time very soon with a good health. Thank you and bye bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Most welcome.